Hey there folks, rinimt here and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we had a total runaround, but more importantly, we unlocked our next dungeon, finally. And so let's go ahead and head on into the 1000 Maws of Toto-Rak. Hopefully, it's not a royal pain to us. I do need to go down there eventually, but I'm maintaining my only on level side quest, so I'm not going too far ahead, because obviously if I do on level ones, I'll be pushed ahead. I was literally just about to go silent to cut out, and it's like, oh hey, look! There's the queue. So welcome to Toto-Rak. There's some side areas in this, and there's also just some multiple branching paths you can take, and I'm not a fan of this dungeon. Alright. The healer is apparently running on ahead. Sounds like we are going to also try and do a see everything as much as we can anyway. So, looks like we are going for quite a few enemies here, so we're gonna have to pick up these photo cells throughout the dungeon to be able to get our mini bosses available. So if we head up here, this is our first little bit of a side area you can go to. Once you get close enough, it's gonna draw you in like so. There is a photo cell in here. It's not one of the required ones, but once you come in, that sticky web will come up, blocking out other people. And you will have to kill these to be able to get out, or at least take care of the web. So let's grab this photo cell. Actually help out a little bit for later, and let us head forth. So yeah, this is what I mean by the branching paths. You can see that there's two different ways you can go here. Typically most people just take this straight ahead path, but some people have been known to take the other one. It looks like I'm going to have to do a run through again to read up on these notes. And we are now level 35, which does mean we have some gear to equip the next chance we get. Since remember, we picked up some level 35 gear that we just could not equip quite yet. Alright, so there's another photo cell right there. Let's go ahead and equip the new gear on, and oh, there was enemies right there. Oops. Alright. So, I mean, if you just take the one main path, it's pretty straightforward of a dungeon. It's just there are the multi-paths you can take, and yeah. So, going around this bend, you can see we have more of these tainted Louises. Loose, not Louise. It's not a person's name. It's a bug. And we got some more here. And there's another note right here. course, by the time I'm actually hitting it, we only have 2 enemies left, so whatever. I'm not too worried about, like, super optimizing my damage yet. So, just little side rooms, nothing much to note in them. But we've got a photo cell here. And we've got our first little bit of a mini-boss. So it's going to use this poison area effect attack. And it's just going to keep in mind to use that. Ideally, like, the healer will toss an Asuna onto at least some people so that we aren't taking unnecessary damage, but, well, it at least does wear off typically by the time it uses it again. So with that down, the Magitech terminal can now actually be used since it spawned from trying to use it before, which will let us go forward. So now we're going to have these little bit of Ochus, the Warden's Whips, which are going to do pretty much the same thing. They're going to try and poison us, much like the mini-boss did. And off we go. Having to sprint to actually keep up with the enemies here. Nope. Only 2 left, so let's just go ahead and regularly punch these ones. Not much to really note about these. There was another side path right on down there. So I think I don't think there was a photo cell down there. I think it was just a treasure chest, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I might be wrong. But we also have a split path here. One to the left and one to the right. The right one is just a short little one again, I think, with just a treasure chest to be had. And now we've got a bunch of these, which we may possibly get mass poisoned if they so want us to get poisoned. And of course, one of them is going to drop another photo cell for us. And right back there, we have a chest, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that real quick. With some gloves in it for mages. Oh, no one grabbed the photo cells, so the photo cells. So let me go ahead and get those real quick, like. Have to jump up on that ledge, and we've got another sticky web there. Healer seems a tad bit impatient and not really willing to actually go around and see the dungeon, which is kind of what we both want. Glenn and I both want to do, you know, mainly so I could actually show it to you all without having to do a special episode. But I guess we're gonna have to opt for the special episode, unfortunately. So you can get to this one without having enough. Basically what you would want to do is you want to go down south there. But of course, because we did do that one side path, we had enough to do it. So this one is going to be pretty much like the last. However, there's going to be one tad bit of a difference. It's going to spawn ads this time. So, once they get over here, let's start going ahead and using our area attack. Oh, and it's also going to slow us. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're so slow. And, oh my goodness, that was painfully slow. Alright, we got some more mage stuff, and now we're gonna be going through this goop that's just gonna try and slow us down. There's also going to be these fleshy pods. If you get too close to them, or if you attack them, they're going to do a big poison attack around them. So ideally what you have is, like, you have your tank or your ranged people. Go ahead and take them out from a distance, so that no one gets poisoned. Now, if that actually happens, well, that's more of a up for debate thing. It's usually pretty good at happening for the first bit, but then it kind of just drops off when they start being around annoying corners, and yeah. So anyways, well, off they go again. Do what I can to try and keep up anyway. The other enemy is not here, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and simply do this. No, we're just gonna keep on going even though we've got this enemy here. You know, I just want to say that stuff like this is actually really frustrating for a properly new player. It's honestly even frustrating for me, like, as someone with the sprout icon on me. It's like, hey, do you mind not, like, just rushing through everything? Especially in such a low-level dungeon? Like, really? You're just not making it very enjoyable for someone who's a newer player. It's just really a pet peeve of mine. Especially with the fact that these people are just like, oh my gosh, we gotta keep going, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. And it's like, oh my gosh, really? So, that's kind of my rant for the time being, and just that, like, really just have a tad bit of patience, especially when there's someone new. Stop running ahead so much, and yeah, just be patient. It's not that hard. Like, oh no, like, to make it much more enjoyable for a newer player, you might have to take a couple more minutes to complete the dungeon. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely, like, bad about it sometimes, but, like, at least I'm not, you know, running ahead of the tank and not giving the tank a chance to do stuff, and I at least always try and let the tank be the first one in. So, we're at our final boss room now that I've done that rant. Hopefully they aren't wanting to rush so badly that I can't even go into the boss.
Darkness.
Elko Hidra Buglo Hans. Seize that on Rajador. Thagon well rogue. Tosan no Paiki. Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
my goodness. Alright. So, we are at the final boss of this Graphias. So, you're gonna see the goop along the edge, and I got stuck on a little bit of a ledge there. And you're also gonna see the fleshy pods around the arena. Your best bet for these is to have the mages or your ranged people take these out, and eventually also, as you're gonna spawn, you're gonna want to take care of these. Take them out as soon as you can. And boss is also going to spawn fleshy pods on its own. Eventually the tail is going to appear. We're going to want to take that out, but once it appears, it's also going to put this poisonous goop on the ground. We want to get out of that as soon as possible, ideally via the tank dragging the boss out. And once you get rid of the tail, the boss is going to get a vulnerability up debuff for a minute. So with that, I think we are good to go ahead and use Limit Break. Literally couldn't even hit it in time, thanks ranged person. Yeah, I have a lot of ranting I want to do, and I would probably do if I was on my main character, but yeah. So I guess I'm gonna have to come back here. Guess I'm gonna have to come back here on my higher level character and read stuff. And yeah, because apparently they can't be patient. Now that's kind of just like really frustrated me that, you know, it's like when you see someone newer, like, be patient. Especially in these low level dungeons. Finally, fresh air! Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. All sinister one is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of little solace. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark's call, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all. Where is that accursed icon hiding? No sign of a wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. Excellency, but let's avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramu will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what are the sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion, were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose. You believe in such things? Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Useless. We are so close to completion. I can fair taste it, but at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility, if not we? Another one, you were right. Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright that Lord Von Balthazar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Noraxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Does walking one feel unwell? This one would know what brings walking one to this place. Came to this one's rescue at Noraxia's bidding, then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Rama, then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Souls. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. I guess I'm gonna jump up on that cliff or something. What the heck? Gosh, I'm like still annoyed at those people. Ugh. Alright. So, we need to head back to Buscaroon and wrap up this quest. No, I made it. I'm like, oh gosh, I jumped wrong. Alright. Ah, you're back. Tell me the Sylph Elder as well. Thank the gods for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Frixio did not come to any harm. Ah, but there I go, tempting fate. Run over the Little Souls and secure his peace with the Sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends of Charlene and the twin Adder both. You've done Gridania a great service this day, lass, and earned yourself a place of honor here at the Druthers in so doing. Be sure and come by whenever you feel like a drop of Kakiran firewater. So, let us go ahead and take the money. And, of course we have another quest. Did I pick up any better gear? No, I did not. A simple gift. Say, friend, there's something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the Souls of Little Souls. This Azema Rose Oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their charged elder and the token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together, we will survive together, and the 12's wood with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridanian and Sylph alike will like to live the seed of light beyond this darkness. Oh, let's grab this other side quest here. Shadows of the Empire. You're back, lass, and something tells me you have not come for a flagon of Buscaroon's ale. All the better that I just heard some Garleans Overheard some Garlean stranglers was seen in the Twelveswood, and you know they're not like to be up to any good. Me? Why, I'd like nothing more than to gut those Imperial horses myself, but I fear I've other duties to attend to this day. I'm counting on you, lass. Alright, looks like we need to head on over to the east and see what that brings us. We also should probably go and do our job quest. So the first spot we need to examine is right under this bridge. And got an enemy here. And one more right up here. I said right up here. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Alright. Alright, signifier this time, so it's going to want to be casting on us. Apparently, I am very bad at actually hitting buttons. Especially when I'm starting to get a little bit tired. Alright, that done. Let's report back. Hopefully this is the last quest we have here. This is probably almost... It's probably going to push us over the 36, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see. Saw those Garlean dogs as swift insurers I saw to me duties, did ye? On behalf of old man Busker and me compatriots here at the Druthers, you have gratitude and then some. But with you and myself seeing the matters, lass, I tell you, no flag in the mean or Garlean troublemaker on or around these premises is safe. Oh, no, we're not going to quite hit level 36, it looks like. So, we need to go ahead and head back to Little Solus. Alright. A gift from walking with Busker, a gift for these ones. Yep. Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking one, Busker, and Adventuring one are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many walking ones are scary. Many walking ones utter many lies and much deception. But this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. And let's go ahead and take the money. And with that, we are level 36. And of course, we have more side quests available. This one wishes to thank the Adventuring one. Adventuring one saved the Elder one. But this one must ask a favor first. Will Adventuring one bring 3 bottles of fresh blood? Is a morbid favor, this one knows, but must have fresh blood from vile ones known as Jigas. Here, Adventuring one take blood bottles. Use on almost dead vile ones to take fresh blood. So we need to use these on weakened ones in particular. Believe in yourself. This one has been expecting walking one. This one fetches elder one. This one is pleased to see walking one again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are, Arya. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the walking ones who aided Noraxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you don't mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial ones closely. But these one watched too closely and Imperial ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Toto-Rak. Would that this one had not. In Toto-Rak, a sinister one, robed in black, tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. Sinister one robed in black. Why do I have a feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer. This one sees, so walking ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes, your people summoned the Lord of Levin but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's what the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one knows and respects Horned One Kane Senna. Be assured, like walking ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how, so this one fled to Little Souls with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the Selves, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers, but what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Kane Senna. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. That Sylph Elder is very reasonable, I must say. You can learn a lot from him. Was that a jibe? If so, I feel only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're gonna head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this. And while we see to that, we would appreciate if you deliver Frixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor of this is this one's. Together, let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Bye. Please wait, walking one Arya. This one has yet to give walking one a token of this one's appreciation. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon walking one as a symbol of these one's trust. one was not mistaken about Walking One. Walking One is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch Touched Ones. So long as Touched Ones are not troubled, Touched Ones will not make trouble. If Walking One witnessed Touched Ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One could testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marked down safe places to look out for Touched Ones. Alright, I believe... Yep, we also need to deal with the Gigas, which are back up there. So, let's head over here, because this is where they're like, hey, there's a safe spot to look out for the Touched Ones. So, right in here, there's a little glowy spot. We can do a /lookout. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You don't sense that they pose a danger if left alone. Alright, so now we need to head back to Gridania, but first, let's take care of this other quest we've got. So, back over there. Ahem. I had to avoid a A rank there, so let's go ahead and beat up on these swollen Gigas. Do not want to kill them though, we need to weaken them. So, let's go ahead and use that. We do have to watch it because they can interrupt. Oh, I have made some friends, it appears. Which is gonna be awkward. Because now I have to, like, deal with them while also dealing with the fact that, like, you know, I don't want to kill the swollen one. But, so I just go ahead and take care of these before anything else. And this will be fine, right? Alright, so we're gonna have to deal with the same nonsense again. Alright. See if we can deal with these. I don't want to kill the swollen one quite yet. Take care of the glowfly, and then I can beat up the swollen one. Alright, I think this should be good enough. Okay. And, of course, all the way back to Little Solus. Did the Venturing One bring blood from vile ones? This goes here and that there, then thread like this to put that there. Done! This one has made a talisman for Adventuring One. Its magic talisman will protect Adventuring One from scary ones. And as a token of this one's thanks, these ones owe Adventuring One many, many things. So it's actually a waste piece, which isn't actually really useful for us. But we do need to head back into Gridania now. Ah, if it isn't Arya, how went the meeting with the sylphs? Well, here you go. Here's a letter. Mr. from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu. As long as we leave the Temper ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The other Seed Seal will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed their overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources toward tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done this creation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Alright, back from the wood. Looks like we are heading back to our favorite place, which... Oh, hey, look! Our reward is going to be more Aetheryte tickets for there. Excellent, excellent. The Sylphic folk have long been friends of Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the Elder Seedseer to no end. But owing to her efforts, she will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the Scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Manphilia. Hello? Hello, Arya? Can you hear me? It is I, Manphilia. Eda and Papa Limo returned some time ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Walking Sands at your earliest convenience, and apprise you of the present situation in person. Do I have to? I guess I do. I guess before I go ahead and return to the Waking Sands, I am going to go ahead and do our new guild has. Well, I guess I will head back while I ensure that we are ready to go. Also, I'm going to start my inventory because it's an absolute disaster right now. I really need to go visit my retainer and get some stuff up for sale. So here's the awkward thing. We have access to one of the new dungeons, or one of the dungeons, the level 35 dungeon specifically. I guess I'll grab the quest. Hail, adventurer! You wear the expression of one who seeks new battlegrounds to hone your burgeoning skills. Do not ask how Nedrick knows, he simply knows. Now tell me, are you perchance familiar with the sunken temple of Karn? I will not hold it against you if you are not. The ruins only surfaced when the calamity split the ground asunder after all. Any road, it's a popular destination these days for adventurers looking for new frontiers to explore. If you're keen to join them, why not make the journey to southern Thanalan and visit the temple for yourself? What with the many dangers that lurk within, the immortal flames are keeping close watch over the place, but the lawful by the name of Bibi Moose should be able to offer you passage. Alright, but more importantly, let's go ahead and head on into the Waking Sands. Oh, right, we have to speak with Tataru. Well, this is my favorite adventurer. Welcome back, Arya. Lady Manphilia waits you within the cellar. Please enter at your leisure. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. I fear resolved speaks of permanence which we cannot rightly claim. I am most satisfied that the Lord of Leven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough, then, cried the sparing, no effort. They are many in one, just as he suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. I have been meaning to ask, but is Alize quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't, and nor have I, alas. Alize has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that their destination remains the same. On that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldesian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed. Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. It is good to see you again, Arya. I've been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twellswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramu from the list. So what's next? The Sahagin and Leviathan? The Lord of the World has not answered his minion's call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystal required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time at least. For a time bears repeating, we can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Ishtola says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next the prime will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long. You may depend upon it. Indeed, so then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with... Redania! I meant Garuda, who's the primal of the Ixal who live near Gridania. That's what I meant. Blah, 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 blah. So many moms to cover. There were a more efficient way to conduct our service. Were he still with us, we should not long have wanted for a more practical solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, Theodore the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs under the sage guidance of the Seedseers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. Is there something else, Arya? Beg pardon? A man in La Habrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black. To well preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Astians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think... Eek! Tataru! Self? In Thanalon? At long last, this one finds walking one Arya. This one is most dependable of these ones, is sent by Elder One Frixio to help walking ones. This one is called Noraxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. A pleasure to meet you, Noraxia. Alright, let's go speak with Minfilia again. Yes, Tataru is as ready to express her fight as she is to express everything else. Now Not all of us are forged with the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family. It pleases me to know and to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Arya, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yeah, darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ascians' presence. But then they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight. Fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. Alright, back from the wood. Our next bit is Shadow of Darkness. However, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and do our new guild heads. So, Shadow and Clawties, the dragon heads near the southern cliffs of the Sea of Clouds. A significant rift in the aether has been detected. So, we're going to have a main enemy here, and again, we're going to have to deal with some side ones. Yeah, sure. As soon as I teleport to go deal with some stuff with my retainer, that's of course when it finally comes up. Go figure. Go figure. It's just my luck. Of course, it's gonna take me a little while to load. Hopefully not the full 45 seconds. Shouldn't. Alright, Shadow and Claw, finally. Alright, so yeah, there's going to be one main enemy, and we are going to want to focus on this one solely. Any other enemy is merely a distraction. And because they will be in and out, and you do not want to be caught by their attacks. So, ideally, what we're going to want to do here is be moving around. It looks like the tank needs to toss up a tank stance. There it goes. So yeah, there's going to be a Shadow Eye that's going to be wandering about. And we are going to want to avoid being in near it when it does that attack. Because it will otherwise do a, well, a bunch of damage. So this is going to be a lot of moving around. And there's also going to be these touches of shadow that appear. But we also cannot really do anything to them, and ow. Fortunately, the tank did not move it there. Let's get out of frightful roar. Ow. End up in the mid-grasp of that boss there. Yeah, it's not moving around very much. So yeah, the ideal here is you do want to just constantly be on the move. But otherwise, just take down the main thing. Get out of frightful roar again. So we aren't getting that physical vulnerability debuff or physical defense. Also want to avoid the threats of shadow. Ow, that still hurts. And there we go. We also finished the piece of the challenge log here that has to round, which means, yay, more experience! Okay, well, that was Shadow and Claw. Give them a chance to exit. Alright, we got 22,000 experience for finishing that one up. But we do have one more Hest to go ahead and do. Hopefully this one doesn't take forever, because I still have to do stuff on my main character as of the day I'm recording this. Before things reset in a few hours, ideally. Oh, why it's telling me about Shadow and Claw again? The heck? I already did it. Anyways, long live the Queen. So this is our other one that is now available. Level 35 and instantly popped. Alright. So this one, we're gonna have some enemies we'll have to deal with before the main one appears, and then when the main one appears, we're going to want to focus solely on it. Leading up to that, there's going to be some bombs. We just want to ignore these. These are simply going to just blow up like so. And then we'll want to take care of the candles that are around. So the next section, there's going to be these red marshmallows. Their main issue is that they are going to want to use sleep. So we want to not be put to sleep, ideally. So let's go ahead and deal with this, and oh, we got put to sleep, unfortunately. So sleep does get cured by getting hit or waiting the 20-some seconds for it to go away. Oh no! Those bombs kind of just ganged up on our healer. I'm taking a nice little snooze. I'm being put to sleep again. Just taking a nice nap. Ah, there we go. Alright, so now that we've taken care of the marshmallows, we're gonna see two little purple fields appear. This is our next set of enemies, and the one we want is gonna be in this lower one. Even though, like, everyone goes up to the upper one, but it's actually this one right here. We want this bomb queen. So the big thing here is we need to avoid all of the big explosions that are about to be happening. So let us try and do that. Try being the keyword here. Very keyword. Shouldn't be too terrible as long as the tank doesn't move this around too much on me. Just let me do my damage, please. Other than that, like, the main thing here really is just not get blown up by the bombs. If you do something that causes them to, like, be tagged, you will get a little bit of experience, or at least you used to. I don't know if you do anymore. Oh, no, you do get a little bit of experience, but it looks like they have nerfed it. Oh, and this tank is not letting me do my stuff very well. Just let me attack for my max damage. That's all I'm asking. Alright, we're almost through, and once this falls, whatever is currently spawned is gonna be like, yeah, they're all gonna have to succumb to grief and just kind of explode on the spot. Like so. And that is Long Live the Queen. I'll be honest, there were some times when it'd be like super close to a level and I just come in here and like get the experience off of those. But let's go ahead and turn this in. Minimal number of chaos. Unfortunately, we don't get the bonus for none. We do pick up in our 23,000 experience. Yay. Yay. But I think that is good for now. In the next part, we will head back to Vesper Bay, the Waking Sands, and continue the story. Also, I need to go ahead and do our level 35 monk quest. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support is greatly appreciated and greatly helps keep there being content like this. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So, let's hit the right thing here. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out.